So I've decided to start a little crochet scrumble, otherwise known as crochet freeform. And I don't know if this video will ever turn into anything, but I thought, I'll just turn on the camera because maybe this will turn out to be something useful, and maybe not, and we'll just have to see. I've started with a little spiral, and I have a tutorial for making 2-color crochet spirals around here, and I'll include that in as a link in the post. But now I'm going to go freeform. I'm just going to use this spiral as a place to start. And the thing about freeform, of course, is you can do whatever you want. There are no rules. And for me, I make it up as I go. And right now I'm thinking I'm going to take this purple and hide it behind the white and have it come out. It's okay. Yeah. All right. So this is not really much of a how-to video. I can already tell that. This is going to be more of a, I don't know, a documentary. So someone can see what I did. Freeform crochet, there are no rules. You do what you like, any way you like. I think the trick is, for me, to turn off the judging part of my brain and just do whatever my fingers want. Kind of like listening to your subconscious. Yep. Now, freeform pieces, sometimes people set out to make specific objects like hats. It's real common. Bags. Hats, bags, those are pretty common. Rugs. But not me. My freeform pieces are always just whatever. They're like a doodle. They're like a doodle in yarn. I have no idea what they're going to be or how big they're going to be, and they are most certainly not going to be anything useful like a hat or a bag. They're going to be little bits of pieces of yarn in colorful patterns, and that's about all they are. And sometimes I give them away, and sometimes I hang them up on the wall, and mostly the joy is in the making of them. And this yarn is splitty. That's okay. That's okay. A splitty yarn is a good thing to use in your freeform. One of the things that it's good for, freeform that is practicing your stitches. Maybe some of those special exotic stitches that you don't get to make too often. Well, now you can. Put everything you know into your freeform. Consider it a way to show off. Let's see. Wonder how much that ruffles. And now I'm going to pick up with white. I'm going to go back. I'm going to do a little funky thing here. Grab 2 pieces of 2 different stitches. Get in there. And get in there. Like, for example, something that I like to do but never seem to get the opportunity is surface crochet. There's just not that many patterns that call for surface crochet. I don't know why. It's pretty cool. But I hope you don't take this as like a how-to manual or something to follow or copy. Maybe just inspiration. because the freeform should really be an expression of your subconscious. And it should be yours and yours alone. And I have no idea where I'm going with the surface crochet. I am just like an ant. I'm just following a trail. But I will tell you, here's one of my experience from the experience of making different freeforms. Chain one spaces are your friend. Biggest trick in freeform is to getting it to lay flat. And of course, chain one spaces are great for that because they will condense and sort of smoosh up to take up a little space, or they'll stretch all the way out to take up a bigger space. So I make sure to include plenty of chain one spaces in my freeform, or chain twos, or chain sevens, or whatever you want. Just helps when it comes to laying it down and stretching it out. Yeah. And the other thing that I've learned through experience is that the freeform starts to have a natural like a natural front and back side. This is definitely the back side, and I would say that is the front side. So I would try and keep that in mind for when you're making any kind of texture, any kind of stitches with texture like popcorns or puff stitches. Make sure that you make them so they puff towards the front, and don't forget when you're sewing in any ends to sew them in the back. Just keep working on your piece for a little while, and it will develop naturally a front and a back side. Yeah. Let's keep going. I've been working on this for, I don't know, about an hour, hour and a half. And this is what it's looking like so far. No one's more surprised than me. And meh. I like to do what's called log cabin freeform. But you certainly don't have to. In fact, there's a method of freeform where you make a whole bunch of pieces up separately, one at a time, big and small. I have no idea what I'm doing here, by the way. I think I'm trying to wrap this bobble for some reason. And you make pieces up separately, and then you sew them together. Big and small, of all kinds of shapes and sizes, circles and squares and triangles and squiggles and ovals and little things that look like umbrellas, if that's what you want. And then piece them all together. And that's one way to do your freeform. I like to do the log cabin method, where you just kind of go around back and forth and then around and then go up over here, but so that it's all made in one fell swoop, and no sewing, no cutting and sewing. And that's what I like to do. So I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to keep working on this. I'm going to put it down, pick it up, be the kind of thing that I work on in those moments when I need to just shut off my brain and just stitch. This will be perfect for that. So I think I will keep this little baby around for a while. And after all, we have lots more yarn to use up. Okay. Well, thanks for coming along with me on the journey so far. Hope you like it, and I hope you get a hook and some yarn and start your own.